Yes, my partner in crime.
Office
Jim.
Plant.
Yes.
And so today we're going to switch gears. The last few weeks we've been talking about email outreach, digital advertising. Today we're going to talk a little bit on the creative side and talk about video marketing, using video in your marketing, and getting into some of the reasons why. I mean, a lot of people are talking about this. A lot of people also at the same time know they should be doing it, but they're not necessarily taking any action on it. And maybe Howard's going to talk about some different perspectives that maybe you should use to get into the game of video, and get the process started and start getting the exposure you need. So without any further ado, I'm going to jump right in with the number one question, just top of the line, basic question. Why is video marketing important for businesses in 2020?
All right. Well, here's the thing. It's like even the way you're using videos, keep in mind that video has always been around since the invention of TV. You know,
Right.
You sit there, you remember your favorite shows, you actually remember your favorite commercials. My favorite commercial at the moment is Geico's Hump Day. You know,
Yep.
and it works. The reason that videos work is that they're memorable, and people just it just draws people attentions in versus like trying to read something or trying to get it through imagery. You know, these still work. So we're not saying that they don't work. All right. But what we're saying is that if you're looking at a video, it's easier to consume video than anything else. So
And remember it.
Right, and remember it. Definitely,
Right.
definitely. Let me just look at some of the numbers real quick. Studies show that 84% of people say that they're convinced to buy a product or service by watching the brand's video. I mean, this is a lot better than trying to read. I mean, can you imagine trying to read the script of the Geico's Hump Day commercial? Yeah, trying to say, oh, okay, well, maybe I can save 15% more.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, so you don't want to sit there and have to do that. Video is easy to consume and it works. Another thing is that it conveys information more easily than images and text. Well, before we do that, I just want to let you know that I'm actually glistening right now. So if you see any reflection, that's what's going on right now. All right. So let's just go ahead and keep that. But like I said, this is live, so we recorded this. So what you're seeing is what's actually happening right now. All right.
Yeah.
Just keeping that in mind. So let me do this real quick.
It gets hot in Florida.
Yes, it gets hot in Florida. All right. Just keep that in mind. All right. So back to what I was saying. Video communicates information more easily than images and copy. Let's get back. Let's drop in some numbers. All right. According to Wiseall, when asked how prospects more like to learn about a product or service, 66% of the people say that they prefer watching a short video. All right. Compared to the 18% of people who would rather do a text-based ad or an article or a website or a post, and 2% who will actually want to hear from a sales call or a demo. You know, and it's easy because you think about it, you want to consume information at your own time, and not really necessarily like, okay, I got to take time out of my schedule. I have to sit there and go, okay, I got to sit on take a whole hour out. I got to make a phone call,
Right.
And things like.
And you can get most of your answers if the video addresses it. You can get all your answers in a few minutes.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And we actually going to get to that. We're going to actually get to that a little bit later too. But yeah, that's it conveys the information easily. And one thing about video that it does establish trust.
Personal connection.
Exactly. I mean, you sit here and you're like, okay, well, at least I know I'm talking to somebody, or somebody's talking to me, versus just like, oh, well, this is just just I don't know, a plain wall or something. Yeah.
It could be anybody anywhere in the world, but now you hear the voice, you see the face, you get the personality.
Exactly. And and one thing about video, business people, is it provides great ROI. Okay, actually, 85% of video marketers say that video gives them a good return on investment. So it's helpful for your company, and you get more bang for your buck with a video versus just image based versus images or just text.
Okay. And so when we established the logic, right? That's why it's been around. That's why TV commercials have been around for so long. That's why it's evolved into the digital space. social media videos. That's why we have whole new platforms that are coming up with 6-second videos and 15-second videos. It's because of the interest, right? It's
Right.
the attention span. It captures you. It intrigues you. It's easy to ingest. But so taking that, so it's clear, I think. I mean, I think most people would agree with that.
Right.
So what are the ways that businesses can implement and utilize video? Because taking the last point you made about return on investment,
Right.
okay, some people are scared. They're like, well, I can't hire a video company.
Okay. Okay.
Right. And so, like, you know, what are the ways people can step into utilizing video for their business?
See, okay, well, here's the thing. It's not necessarily about the quality of the video, as in like some super high product, super clean. No, this is, you know, brand spanking new. You just got to make sure that you have a video that conveys the message.
Right.
Okay, and as long as you can be able to convey the message and answer questions that people might not even know. I mean, might not even know they had needed the answer to. You know, I mean, how do you? I mean, you now know that. No, I ain't. Well, I'll do. Geico, I'm gonna do you a favor. Okay. How many people know that 15%? You can save 15% or less on
Right.
your Geico insurance. Now the thing is that you only hear that part in the commercial, maybe the last 30 seconds, or maybe the last minute. I mean, well, like I say, last 30 seconds. I say the last 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah,
You know,
seconds.
but then the whole other 13 seconds to 28 seconds are just something that's entertaining, something compelling, something that's
Right.
keeping people's interest involved in watching to finally get to that point of talking about the 15%. And the thing is that, yeah, we ain't gonna have, you don't need a talking camel, you don't need a talking gecko, you don't need things like that. All you really need is somebody to sit in front of a camera, like so, and just explain the product. You know?
Right.
And it helps. Let's say, I mean, there's some notes here, you know, well, like I said, this is live, so you're gonna get some of that in there, all right? Just making sure y'all understand this, all right? While writing serves a good way to let buyers know about your business. The major benefits includes quickly getting details of easy to process presentation. You know, you're able to grab the buyer's attention, and that and you have the ability to explain about the business in in a small amount of time. So you're not necessarily sitting there and just babbling on and babbling on and babbling on. And all you can do is just say something within the first 3 or 4 seconds, or within 3 or 4 seconds, and be able to get the information that you need to your to your prospect or your customer.
And so, even to get those kind of points across and even take it further. So one thing you could do is add like motion graphics and stuff. We do that a lot.
Yes.
So we do that a lot with our clients and with our videos and everything. But I don't think necessarily, and I've seen other people do this. I don't think you have to do that because you're very good at doing that.
Well, thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
So I mean, it's a huge benefit to have somebody who can do that to make it more captivating, I guess. But I also see people who like just stand in front of a whiteboard and just write the bullet points on the whiteboard, and then they just talk through the bullet points.
And you have a point there. And the thing is that it's not about, you're not creating a blockbuster.
Right.
You just get, hey, tell me about this product and how it's going to help me.
Conveying the message.
Right.
Yep.
And that's all you want to do. You want to convey the message, make sure the message is crisp and clear and easily digestible.
Okay. So what would you say if somebody's out here and they're like, okay, I'm watching this, I see Howard's plant, I hear what he's saying, I believe him, I'm convinced, I know I've wanted to get started in videos, I can't afford to hire a video company, but I have a cell phone, a good camera on my cell phone, got some people that can maybe help me out, I have a whiteboard. What would you say would be kind of the minimum that somebody would need to get started? And maybe what would be like the most simple, straightforward process to just get your first piece of video out outside of live? Because I'll just say this: so you could just go live, right? You could just hold your phone, and go live and start talking. But let's talk about if we wanted to get a finalized video. We're going to just share the video on social media or put it on our website or whatever, post it to YouTube. What would you say that process looks like?
Okay, so what I would do is that first I would go ahead and most phones now have very high quality cameras, at least HD. Some even shooting in 4K right now. So you can just shoot the video from the phone, and let's use the example you were saying before with the whiteboard, right? You have a person sitting there. They have the whiteboard. They have everything explained, and they're telling you what's going on, right? You can, and all you really would need to do is just have your camera up there, and either have somebody holding the camera, or you sitting there and doing it like this.
But I think the selfie stick.
Yeah, the selfie stick.
Selfie stick.
You sit here with the selfie stick. I don't know how easy it would be for you to sit here and hold with one hand and trying to write with the other, unless you like ambidextrous or left-handed. I know I couldn't do it, but at least I was able to get at least a stand to be able to put to do a lot.
You can get those off Amazon.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
$10, $20.
Oh, they definitely inexpensive.
Yeah.
You're definitely able to do to be able to do the video, and you can either use some of the programs that's on the phone to do some of the editing, or they have pretty inexpensive to sometimes free programs on that you can download that you can use to cut out the parts that you don't want, or and add other things that you might do want, but it's not necessarily hard. It's not necessarily difficult, but at the end of the day, the main thing is that you got to make sure that you have a great message. Because if you don't have a message, and you can, like you say, you can sit here and make some Jerry Bruckheimer type movie as a message and have everything blowing up in the background, but if he ain't saying nothing, nobody ain't listening anyway.
Nobody cares.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So I hope at the very least that this conversation has inspired at least one person to go out and create their first video and post it. Right. I know we've been doing quite a bit on our side, and so we're committed to continue this. We're going to continue this live program. Mm-hmm. We're going to continue to post out information that that's going to help. We hope it helps people understand, kind of how we work with our clients. Mm-hmm. And so we'll be continuing lives. I know, Howard, you're going to probably be back on live in about a month.
Yeah, but until all that happens, I'm going to be sitting here and I'm going to be grinding, creating what we can for Spark Outbound.
There you go.
Because we're going to spark conversations, and I'm going to try to spark them with these videos, and hey, we're going to make this happen.
And we hope you do it too for your business.
Definitely.
See you next week.
See you next week.